This conference will now be recorded.
I'm going to get started and talk about some highlights for this week. And beginning with today, scattered showers and a few storms. Most of you have probably been dealing with that drizzle the same as we have all morning, and some of that's below the radar beam and may continue for a little bit longer. So maybe a little more drizzle than the radar shows, but not anticipating much with that activity today. But we will have gusty winds, the low pressure that was responsible for bringing us that severe weather still in the vicinity, and those northerly winds behind that are gusting pretty high. Had some 30, 35 mile per hour wind gusts already. As we head into the rest of the week, looking for fair weather and begin to warm. Highs in the 80s beginning through the weekend. The next rainstorm chance is probably coming into next week. A little bit too early to know exactly what that may bring, but we do know that the area rivers are going to be coming into flood stage with having had quite a bit of rainfall. Speaking of rainfall, here's a bit of a look at the totals. The left three panels are some of the totals from some of our Mississippi partners of the Coco Roz stations. The right-hand side, we got a couple of gauges, Arkansas, and then top right, some of our Louisiana gauges. You can see we have pretty widespread, but most places got pretty good soaking. Most locations getting over an inch, and the majority getting over 2 to 3. And we did have that highest total, it looks like, that 9.4 in Jonesville, Louisiana. Was the highest that I saw immediately, but we Pascagoula down there on the coast, you guys saw quite a bit. Locally here across central Mississippi, we did see quite a bit as well. At the office here, we're getting 6 to 8 inches in the Flowood area, and 7 in Brandon. So you can kind of see how that is spread out. So we'll look at a little picture of it really quick. You can see how the coast got quite a good soaking there, and then areas northwest near the Ark-La-Mess and across Jackson Metro in that, again, 4 to 8 inch range. We'll have a better graphic hopefully soon. This is sort of a preliminary picture, so we'll hopefully have something a little better for you soon. But you can kind of see where that rain fell. And these are forecast river stages. You see we got a lot of oranges and reds in there. That's indicating that minor and moderate flooding across much of the area is forecast. So be aware of that, as some areas could be becoming flooded as we head in the next couple of days. The strong winds, again, talked about today across the whole area, wind gust 40. One thing we're a little concerned about is the ground's really, really wet, and we've had all that wind, concerned that maybe a little bit easier to bring some trees down than normal, so be aware of that. Today, like I said, some scattered showers and maybe a brief thunderstorm or two, particularly across the north, and windy. Highs probably topping out around 70 for most folks. We've been slow to warm up so far this morning with the wind and cloud cover, but we do think we'll warm up a little bit. And as we start to warm up, some of those rain chances will drop, and the drizzle may come to an end in the next couple hours. Tonight, clear, drop down to the mid 40s behind the cold front, and tomorrow we'll start the warming trend a little bit as we bump right back up into the mid 70s for most. And today you can kind of see that low pressure center now centered over the Ohio Valley northeast of us, with lingering showers behind those cold fronts that have pressed through. And this is day 1 to 3 precipitation, not expecting a whole lot. That's mostly from the showers today. You'll notice that the 7-day precipitation is not too dissimilar, at least locally, and it reflects the idea that we're not going to have a lot of rain chances, at least for the next 5 to 6 days. But by day 7, we may start to see something creeping into the northwest. Again, weekly forecast, you're looking at highs beginning in the mid 70s as we head to the end of this week. But we'll see that ramp up as we head into the weekend. By Monday, we'll be looking at the mid 80s for most, and get some gusty winds as we head into Tuesday, but still a little bit too far out to know exactly what that may hold. Partly cloudy skies returning, and heading into next weekend, we'll probably see some rain chances increase by then as well. So again, to summarize, scattered showers today, no severe weather, gusty winds through the remainder of today, fair weather warming through the weekend and into early next week. Going to be some nice, a little bit above seasonal, mid to maybe even upper 80s. Next rain and storm chances next week, and then going to be dealing with those river floods. So I'll open it up if anybody has any questions. Feel free to chime in, and if not, that'll be all I have for you guys. All right, nothing heard. So you guys have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Logan.